What is your usual working schedule during the week?
At the minute, I'm doing a course here part-time, 2 days a week, Thursday and Friday. The rest of the time, I'm stay at home and work from home.
I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights until around midnight.
I don't really plan my schedule. I usually, when I'm not either at university or I'm not at work, in those times I make sure that I'm doing work in those times,
Well, we're both self-employed, so we have slightly unusual schedules, but at the moment we're 9 to 5ing.
Well, I work in a shop, so because I work in a shop, it's all a bit manic, so it kind of depends. So I usually from 7 is the earliest I'll ever do, and then 7:30 is when I finish.
It's 8 to 5.
I work 5 days a week and I have 2 days off, but I work the weekends as well.
And how do you usually spend your evenings after work?
Quite often, normally watching television, catching up with my family. I've got 2 small children. I don't really get out as much as I used to these days.
Netflix and listening to music. I like really chill music. I also listen to the Spotify playlist recommended for chilling out.
Sometimes working, sometimes not working. Again, depends entirely what the week is.
Usually get food and go to sleep. Usually carbs.
Normally socialising at my sister's or having a drink with a friend, but then going home.
It depends. Loads of times I go out. And if not, I just go home, have dinner.
And if you had more free time, how would you choose to spend it?
I think definitely I'd like to go out more, kind of see more things at the theatre. Seems to be quite a lot of interesting shows and stuff going on in London at the minute that I'd be interested to see.
Reading and visiting more galleries.
I probably go out more, but London's expensive, so...
I probably would go to the theatre more often, actually.
I think I'd like to join classes, maybe do something more of a hobby, do ceramics. Always want to do something like ceramics or painting. For something artsy, I'd like to do that more.
I think I'd relax a lot more. I'd go theatres more. I'd go to the movies more, but there's nothing great on at the moment.
I would go more often to the gym. And I would socialise with my friends much more.
And what do you think of the theatre in general?
I really like and enjoy it. It's something that's kind of fallen a bit by the wayside for me because it's kind of a bit time consuming to get out to the theatre and back and find childcare, that kind of thing. But it is the theatre I have gone to see has always kind of been really exciting.
I love the theatre. I go as often as I can.
I'm not a big theatre fan. Maybe I need to start seeing more plays, but
In London? There's some very exciting theatre. There's some very commercial theatre, but there's certainly a lot of theatre.
Much more commercial than Berlin, though, because I was recently there and it was a bit more exciting and vibrant.
The theatre's good. I usually think theatres for me as more of a touristy thing, less of a person who lives in London would go to a theatre, or it would be more of a luxury thing, like special occasions.
I studied theatre, so...
Wow, okay. And is there any shows in particular that you have seen or perhaps that you would like to see?
At the minute, I think it's been quite a while since I've seen something at the theatre. I think the last thing probably would have been either Cat on a Hot Tin Roof at the Old Vic. Maybe I saw Richard III with David Tennant in. Big star names tend to be a bit of a draw to kind of get you to go.
I saw recently Wicked, and for me that was a really weird thing because I actually read the book before I went to see the play, and then the ending was completely different. It was really happy and jovial, when actual fact the book wasn't. So I don't know if you've seen it, but when the ending happened, I was like, this isn't true. So that's what I was thinking.
And how long ago was that you saw it?
I think that was actually last year. So that was actually the last theatre I went to go see.
I'm going to see Follies in about 2 weeks because I'm a big fan of Imelda Staunton. That's the last play I saw, had her in it.
Not really, no. Just in general, I'd like to do more of that.
I went to see Wicked at the Victoria last year for my birthday.
And what attracts you to that show? Is it the cast, the music, or the storyline perhaps?
Well, it was going to see Imelda Staunton because she's a very, very good actress and a friend, but she was a very good...
I think it was the 10-year anniversary that we went to see it, and I love the soundtrack as well.
Usually it's the storyline. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about like actors in theatre. So apart from the ones that were in films that went into plays, but yeah. So I usually would be the storyline is what I would go for.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in London, I don't really go to theatre because it's really expensive. So I wish I could go more, but it's more like the normal theatre, like the more normal pieces, the prose one, not musicals.
Yeah, quite often the storyline, if it's something that I'm particularly interested in, or you kind of hear of the story of it and you think, oh yeah, that sounds really interesting, I'd like to see that.
If you had a choice, would you prefer to go to see a film or the theatre, and why?
At the minute, probably film, because it's kind of easier to get to and to access. If there was kind of more theatre in the local area where I live.
Oh, the theatre, definitely.
Film.
I personally choose theatre every time.
Theatre. Because it's more real, it's more lived, it's more experience. Whereas the movie, you're just sitting, eating popcorn, you're not really getting involved. But with theatres, you get more involved. So it's more of a lively experience, I would say.
It depends. If in London, then a film. And if it's, for example, in Paris, where I used to live, or in Budapest, where I'm from, it would be theatre, because it's much more, not interactive, but you're there and it just happens once. So that's why I would choose theatre, but in London, it's a film.
And who would you usually go with? Will you take your 2 children with you?
Sometimes if we can get a babysitter, just myself and my husband will go, and sometimes we'll go as a family outing to try and find something that everybody would like and enjoy.
Either a friend or a parent if they're paying.
Sometimes my partner, sometimes alone, sometimes the group of friends.
I usually have to take out my mother. I'd have to usually take her out. You got to take her out for a walk.
With friends.
And have you ever seen the film Aladdin at all?
Yes.
And can you tell me your thoughts and feelings about it?
I thought it was quite good. It'd be some time ago now when my youngest was going through the Disney films phase where you kind of watch things over and over on repeat. It was quite good in that respect, because some children's films you kind of, when you have to watch them repeatedly, it gets quite tiring quite quickly. Whereas this one seemed to be kind of, you get quite a lot of the story and excitement, and seeing it more than once you can see little things you didn't notice before.
The Disney movie, it was really good.
And so what were your thoughts and feelings about it? Did you enjoy it, or?
Yeah, I really liked how fast-paced it was. Like, I thought it was really lively music, and I loved like the costumes and the colour schemes.
Aladdin. Very motivational. Very motivational. Makes you feel like you can literally do anything. I did love Aladdin as a child.
Yes, I did see it, but I remember very little. So, ambivalent, I would say.
And how about you?
I saw it when it first came out. I haven't seen the recent Robin Williams that version.
I saw the cartoon. Cartoon is good. I don't know what else to say.
Very good.
I would say that it was like a childhood film that like I saw when I was a little boy, but so I quite liked it. It was good.
I've seen the cartoon version, never heard anything about it since.
I was in love with Aladdin as a kid. I've seen it loads of times.
And there's actually the live theatre production of Aladdin coming very soon. Is that something you're interested in at all?
It might be, in terms of trying to find something to do with the children over Christmas, that kind of thing, trying to find something that will pique their interest, because they enjoy kind of seeing things in the theatre as well, kind of seeing stories that way.
I've seen it advertised around London. Like, I'd like to go, but it's like prices and all that.
No, I don't like remakes. But it looks good. The set design, the actors all seem to create a really good image together, but I personally wouldn't go see it now.
Yes, a friend did some work for it, so a little bit from them.
And would you venture to go see it perhaps?
Yes.
I don't know if I would necessarily go to the theatre to see it. I think it's because I know the cartoon already, and I don't really feel like I need to go see the play, and also because of Robin Williams, who was like the genie. I think he was absolutely incredible. So I kind of would think that no one could do better than him. And also there's more other things that I'd rather see than Aladdin.
Yeah, I'd like to go and see that. I didn't know it was happening. I haven't really seen any advertising about it.
Yes, I know, but I don't know how. I was just thinking of it, but I don't know how. I saw it somewhere.